Are you from India? I'm very much curious about your accent. That's why
I am from India. Yeah.
your accent was
It's
totally different.
yeah, it's just like my childhood I spent in Romania. I was in American international
Oh,
school.
that's
So
why.
yeah, yeah.
That's why. 1 minute. We are live now, but I didn't share the link. Wait, just 1 minute.
Okay.
I will give you the link.
Well then then I'll have to pause the video or something to go and
No, no,
post
no,
it
no.
on
Oh,
Instagram
okay,
maybe.
okay, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, yeah, I've sent it.
Cool. I'm gonna try and post it. Yeah, just a minute. I'm sorry about the noise.
It's totally fine.
Hmm. Right, so we're back. Okay. Yeah.
Just 1 more minute. 1 more minute.
Okay.
One minute. Yeah, it's good. All the things are set. Got the live chat also. Yeah, done. Hello.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first intro. मैं एक intro दे देता हूँ. हिंदी में problem नहीं
Okay.
है ना?
No. Yeah, I
Okay.
can speak it. No problem. Yeah.
Okay. So हेलो भाई लोग, आज की लाइव स्ट्रीम में स्वागत है आप लोगों का। तो हमारे साथ एक नया गेस्ट है और फर्स्ट टाइम वी आर हैविंग अ लेडी एनिमे ट्यूबर, और कह सकते हैं एक लेडी इंस्टाग्राम जो भी कह सकते हो। शी इज डैम गुड इन हर इंस्टाग्राम एंड शी मेक्स अमेजिंग वीडियोस ऑन एनिमे कंटेंट। सो गो गाइस, फॉलो हर, चेक आउट हर राइट नाउ। इंग्लिश थोड़ा वीक है, ठीक है।
No problem. It's okay.
ठीक है, ओके। सो आप थोड़ा इंट्रोड्यूस कर लीजिए अपने आप को।
Okay. मैं हिंदी में बोल सकती हूँ, ऐसा नहीं है कि I
ओके
cannot.
ओके ओके।
So it's just I'm really comfortable with English. So I go by the name JVSS, and well, just to say that, of course, since I'm working and I'm create content on anime, so basically creating how I got into was that it was like I had a lot of, it's like an escape. So you know that we've been watching anime since
Yes,
like
yes.
middle school or something. You needed something like when social media came. It's just I got a chance of exploring on how to connect with people who have the same interest. Like obviously when I started, it was not about like getting followers or anything. It was more like just being able to put out content on anime, which is I used to feel कि इतने लोग नहीं होंगे, because I had never had an idea that इतने होंगे social media पे जो follow करते हैं anime. I was not really aware of that. It's just like slowly, yeah, we got into it, and so many people got to know that a lot of people do watch anime. Because I'll tell you one thing, like back in school, like when I was in school, I was afraid of telling people that yeah, anime is thing, because this whole concept of you would still watch cartoon was still prominent.
Yes,
They
yes,
still
yes.
say it, right? So उस तरफ से like I school में मैंने कभी किसी को बताया नहीं. Now that I work and then I create, so now that I've got to know people do watch anime, so Probably that's how I got into it. I was like, okay, now I can
And
explore,
you have a
talk to
vast
people.
audience also. You can speak.
Yeah.
And you have a vast audience also in your Instagram. So
Now, yes, actually, I was really surprised. I remember doing a live with 300 followers. Okay, so
it's
I
totally
mean,
fine.
honestly, I had no idea कि इतना fan भी है, base है. So it's not about like suddenly there has been like this is what I feel. एकदम से नहीं anime fan बन गए. It's like all these people who are not able to talk of anime, maybe now because of social media,
They
they have
were
a more
expressing
exposure.
their
Like
views.
एग्जैक्टली कि एक टाइम पे शायद जब हम स्कूल में थे तो मैं तमिलनाडु में जो बोल रहा है वो नहीं बन पाऊंगी नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ सोशल मीडिया नाउ आई कैन कनेक्ट विद तमिलनाडु आई कैन कनेक्ट विद Canada or anywhere else.
Yes.
So I think that was the thing I feel. So yeah.
Fine, fine. So हमारे पास बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स हैं आज, तो एक एक करके आगे बढ़ते हैं. ठीक
Okay.
है. सो मैं मेरे बारे में भी थोड़ा बहुत बोल देता हूँ कि
Yeah.
हम क्लैनिमेक्स है, मतलब हमारा चैनल का नाम क्लैनिमेक्स है, एंड आई एम फ्रॉम वेस्ट बंगाल, कोलकाता. सो आई एम अ बंगाली गाय, सो आई कैन स्पीक थोड़ा बहुत हिंदी, बट मेरा हिंदी भी थोड़ा बहुत टूटा फूटा होता है, बट फिर मैं ट्राई करता हूँ बोलने के लिए. सो क्योंकि हमारा मास ऑडियंस हिंदी में देखता है तो करना पड़ता है, क्योंकि बंगाली
Okay.
फैन बेस उतना ज्यादा नहीं है, नहीं बोलूंगा
Yeah.
है, बहुत ही है, बट उतना ज्यादा नहीं है. सो कनेक्ट करने के लिए हिंदी इज द बेस्ट मीडियम, आई थिंक सो फॉर नाउ.
Yeah.
सो और क्या ही बोले कि आपका एनिमे जर्नी कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ, मतलब व्हाट्स योर फर्स्ट एनिमे एंड हाउ you have get interest in anime?
Okay. So I think it would start as a kid. Probably I was in probably first grade, second grade. So there was this channel called Animax. Then you had a lot of channels actually, Cartoon Network and all these. So my brother and me used to sit down. हमें नहीं पता था क्या नाम है anime का and all.
Yes.
बस ये था कि anime चल रहा है. There is something animation. It was called Dragon Ball Z. Okay, that's how it started. It was called Dragon Ball Z, and we started watching that. Then you had basically now what I feel is you get to know about anime when people suggest you, right? Somebody was like, "Have you watched anime?" Then you're like, "Huh, theek hai." Somebody's telling you. But that
Yes.
was not with us. With my generation, we were on television. These shows used to come already. Inazuma 11, Beyblade. And us time pe, there used to be toys and everything.
I want to cut you. What's your age?
Should I say that? I'm 26.
Oh, you are older than me. I'm 23.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously at that point, Dragon Ball Z tab television pe aata tha. You know, and maybe in your generation, you probably know about Inazuma 11,
Yes, yes, I've got it.
Beyblade.
It's one
Yeah.
of the favorite anime I have ever seen, Inazuma 11.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful soccer anime. So at that point of time, so we were given that. It's not that किसी को बोला गया था कि तुमने anime देखा है. Nowadays, people are everything is there. Like they can binge watch anime. उनको एक बोलो
Yes.
तो link जाके they can website पे सारे episodes मिलेंगे. But our time, we used to wait
करना
for
पड़ता
new
था.
animes. So this is how it started. Later on, there were some anime like I cannot like I know watch One Piece, but again, it's like you wanted to see more, explore more topics. So then we got to know about like other like this Cowboy Bebop or Nana. These were 90s. So of course, मेरे से भी पुराना है वो anime, but then it was like you guys still like the vibe of it, you know, the
Yes.
Thing.
Exactly.
Then about yeah, then slowly during high school, this is 2013, when Attack on Titan released. So the topic was very interesting for me. I mean, obviously, it's now that we know what's the background and all the topics of racism or anything that's in the anime. Well, objective. At that point of time, for me, it was just cool. It was not about issues. It was more like cool. So now is that when, yeah. So that's how I got into anime. Yeah.
It's a nice journey. So
Yeah.
मैं पहले थोड़ा चैट्स पढ़ लेता हूँ. बहुत लोग मुझे उल्टा सीधा बोल देंगे कि आज तू चैट्स नहीं पढ़ रहा. So hello SB Anime, hello अपना ओटाकू, hello A Squad, सबको धन्यवाद आने के लिए. और बहुत सारे तुम्हारे फैंस भी शायद होंगे यहाँ पे। ब्लेजिंग आई हेलो ए स्क्वाड कह रहा है ही इज नॉट रीडिंग लाइव चैट्स टुडे। नो नो गाइस, आई एम रीडिंग दैट। I'm good. How are you doing, guys? Okay, good man. Yeah, I also was DBZ. Someone is saying I also was DBZ, Beyblade, and Pokemon on TV. So what's your views on Pokemon? Have you ever watched that?
Of course, I remember, and so I come from a generation when Pokemon was popular. The people used to call it cartoons. Okay, I know
Yes.
we now are like it's anime, but at that point in time, even as I was a kid, fifth grade, sixth
Me
grade, I would
also.
call
Me
it cartoon.
also.
Okay, so I've come from that time when you know about McDonald's, right? The McDonald's they give out toys.
Yes, yes, yes.
At that point in time, they had toys on Pokemon.
And
So I remember,
Cheetos also. Cheetos also gave the
yes,
disc वाला जो था ना
yes, yeah,
Bakugan
yeah. There
disc,
were
Pokemon disc, Ben 10 discs.
yeah, yeah. So at that point in time, that's how Pokemon got into. So obviously, I'll tell you one thing. So now we know the story, right, of every anime. I never we for Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. I'm sorry, but I've never seen all the episodes in series. So for me, it's like I know the concept, but it's never a story I've seen it. Like us time pe, it's like any other cartoon, like Ben 10, you have like episodes, right? So we just knew it like that. So Pokemon was not like a continuous story for me. I knew that it's about collecting Pokemons and everything, but yeah, so it was more like a simple entertainment show which I used to watch and not really as an anime. Yeah, so
वही
that's like
होता है एक्चुअली कि हम पहले जो भी
yeah,
देखते थे वो सारे एनिमेज ही थे, बट हमको कभी पता ही नहीं था। मतलब
exactly. True.
एकदम फुजियो के जितने सारे सीरीज है, निंजा हथौड़ी,
Exactly.
डोरेमोन, उसके बाद शिनचैन इज
And
नॉट
so
ऑफ
it's like
फुजियोस, परमैन, उसके बाद
Perman. Yeah.
बहुत सारे थे, कितरेत्सु, तो वो सारे एनिमे ही थे, लेकिन हमें अभी भी नहीं पता। और
Yeah. Mhm.
अभी भी मुझे बहुत सारे ऐसे डीएम्स आते हैं कि भैया आप इस कार्टून को पोस्ट कर दो तो अच्छा होगा। तो मैं सबको बोलता हूँ कि वो अभी कार्टून नहीं है, जो समझते
Yeah.
थे इट्स डिफरेंट उसका एनिमे बोलो।
Yeah.
हाँ, पता है कि वो बच्चों
Mm-hmm.
के लिए है, बट दैट्स डिफरेंट। और एक
Yeah.
अलग एक्चुअली एनिमे सब जनरेशन के लिए एक एक करके बनाया गया है, मतलब बच्चों के लिए
Mm.
भी एक पार्ट है और बड़ों के लिए भी तो एक है ही।
Exactly.
सो अच्छा ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं थोड़ा। सो यहाँ पे मेरे पास एक है कि have you watched Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yes.
And the second season is coming also. I think
Yeah.
July 16th.
Mm.
I hope so. So what
That's
are
like
your
the
thoughts
predicted
about
date.
that?
So okay, so this is interesting because if you remember, you know when Jujutsu Kaisen came out, my first reel on Instagram, like my first when I opened the first reel was on Jujutsu Kaisen. So
Nice.
that's like how I started into anime. So Jujutsu Kaisen is like because I felt it was really different. So if you remember this joke where they compared it to Naruto, so you gotta watch this Jujutsu Kaisen, you've got Kakashi Sensei, you've got Naruto, and all of that. They compared it, right? So for me, it was really exciting, and when I saw it, obviously the whole concept was different. It's like the curse thing, which is in India when you talk about curses, it's a whole different. They look at it as something really negative and everything, but
Yes.
to have an anime which looks at it as a superpower, right? So that was something really different. So I was
हाँ,
just really
मतलब
very
सब लोग कहते हैं कि नारुतो जैसा ही है, नारुतो की कॉपी, लेकिन एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम वो थोड़ा अलग है। मतलब
It's
अगर
totally different. It's totally
मतलब
different. Like,
you
yeah.
can you can
Yeah, so it's like it's just that they start. So that's how I was introduced to Jujutsu Kaisen. Actually, the meme was where I got to know it. So there is an anime called Jujutsu Kaisen. So that's not that I knew that there's a new show. I didn't know about the manga. I didn't know about when the first anime episode is releasing or anything. I got to know about the anime through a meme. I mean, this is something really obvious. Like we get to know about a lot of these anime through
जस्ट लाइक
reels on Instagram.
वो वाला एनिमे है जो याद नहीं आ रहा है, अरे अभी भूल गया। जिसके बहुत सारे मीम्स होते हैं, मतलब हर एक मीम उसके साथ ही रिलेटेबल होते हैं। जोजोस बिजायर एनीमे, वो वाला।
Bizarre Adventure.
तो
Yes, yes.
वो वाला उसमें बहुत सारे मीम्स है और
Hmm,
सब
hmm,
लोगों
hmm,
को
hmm.
उसके मीम्स ही पता है, लेकिन एनीमे बहुत लोगों ने नहीं देखा।
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like I was introduced through to Jujutsu Kaisen with that, and when I got into it, it's like the whole power system. I think it was really interesting. So that's what I've done on my Instagram as well. Like I've tried to explain these power systems because once you get to know, it's not that it's a difficult anime to understand or the power system. It's really easy. It's just that once you understand the concept of the power system, the anime is easy to understand. So abhi to lag raha ho ki why are they using curse energy? What is reverse curse energy? What is Gojo doing? Why is he the strongest? What is the power system? Why is he strongest? But once you get to know the concept, I think it takes time. So as anime creators, I think it becomes a point where I can use my knowledge to tell people that this is why he's the strongest or anything. So that's what I do through my account. So I'm excited for the second part because, well, I've read the manga. So
Yes, I have also read the
now
manga.
that yeah, so now that I've read the manga, now I need to see it animated because it's a whole different. Because when you're reading it, you know the action sequence, right? But when you see it
Yes.
animated in color, it's a whole different thing. So the first thing when I saw the trailer, the first thing I want to say is that I was slightly disappointed with the animation because it gave me that feel that it's not as good as the first season. I don't know. I get that feeling. But as the story comes out and maybe we see the first episode, I might have a different opinion. But as of the trailer, I think I was not really happy with the animation and the kind of animation they've given to Gojo and Toji. So maybe it will be different. And yeah, the season they're gonna get more interesting.
हाँ,
Yeah.
ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि हम जो देखते आ रहे हैं, मतलब जो गोजो का जो कैरेक्टर है, उसको देखते एक अलग ही फ़ील आ जाता है। तो उसके बाद उसके
Yeah.
बचपन का
Huh.
एक जब देखेंगे
Exactly.
तो वो थोड़ा डिफरेंट लगेगा और
Yeah.
देखते हैं क्या होता है, देखते हैं। ओके, उसके
Okay.
बाद मतलब मैंने मांगा ऑलमोस्ट खत्म कर चुका हूँ। मैं पढ़ रहा था अप टू वॉल्यूम I think I have that volume. Up to volume 12 I have read. I
Hmm.
have the mangas. So this is the first manga I've ever bought and it was
Okay.
totally awesome.
Hmm.
And you know why, because you have read that.
Yeah. Exactly. So
So,
it's still continuing. We might see more surprises. We know what we are. I mean, I mean, if we keep on talking about it, we might spoil. But I think since the manga is not completed, we still have a lot to see.
okay. So थोड़ा चैट्स भी देख लेते हैं, नहीं तो लोग गुस्सा हो जाते हैं। बहुत सारे आज आ गए हैं
And if
तो
they have questions, they can probably ask.
ओके, देखते हैं। अरे यार नहीं, ओवरफ्लो नहीं, ओवरफ्लो एक डिफरेंट चीज है। ओके, what do you all think about live action One Piece? Okay, someone is telling about live action of One Piece, and you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
posted a story or something about
Mm,
live
a
action. I
reel.
have seen that.
Yes.
So, what's
Yeah.
your thought?
So my thought was like any other anime which has gone into a live action. Unfortunately, if it's not a rom com, if it's an action, we are always disappointed with the CG that's used. But for this specific one, okay, so basically what my reel did was I gave an explanation of why, as anime fans, we are kind of disappointed because we've seen a lot of cosplayers who are good at GFX, right? They make GFX and they cosplay and they're able to make like short scenes. This one is very viral about Akaza from Demon Slayer. If you've seen
हाँ
this,
हाँ हाँ,
uh,
देखा है।
yeah, so that went viral, right? So you saw that somebody can actually make live action or 3D figure of an anime. So when you have big production houses like Netflix is a very big production house. I mean, if they are not able to match
That
the
level.
that level, it's like, what are you putting money on, right? But to be honest, the cast, I was I was okay with it. Maybe Sanji, I was expecting something more when it comes to Sanji. But the other characters, I think even Nami was good. Yeah, I think that I mean,
नामी
we
वाज गुड
get to
बट
know.
आई थिंक जोडो को और थोड़ा बेहतर होना चाहिए था मतलब
Okay, the reason, huh?
जो
So
आई थिंक
the
जोडो वाला जो फील है जो जोडो का जो कैरेक्टर है आई थिंक उसमें थोड़ा और जान देना चाहिए था क्योंकि
perhaps we can see either we are expecting too much right now. Maybe we need to wait for the episode to release. But the actor McKenyu, he's known. He was a very well-known Japanese actor who had now shifted to America. So this is what I know about him, and because of KK, he's done a lot of Japanese movies, like Drive and all of these. So he is a Japanese actor who then shifted to America. Now he's an American actor, right? Since he's taken over, maybe I could say that the part which we're seeing right now is the when Luffy is, getting the crew. He's recruiting, right? So in that point of time, I think if you watch the anime, I mean, he doesn't know hockey. I mean, he's still learning. He needs to learn the sword style, right? He's getting better at that afterwards. So at this point, I think it's okay to have McKinley right now. Maybe further in the episode in live action, we would get to know something more. But if I have to give like points, I think I line it up at 7 on 10 with the trailer because I felt like the GFX might get odd.
it
I was not
it
very good
can be
with it,
better
and it can be better, I think. But I think we're, I think we should just let's take a step back and not expect a lot. Because when we do that, we might be disappointed. Rather, we should be grateful that we have a an anime, a live action on the biggest anime ever in history, like the most amazing anime. So let's just be
actually
careful
One
with
Piece
that.
is one of the best anime of
Yeah,
all
and
time
to yeah,
so
and to know that yeah,
their fan base is also huge so
huge,
that's
exactly.
why they're expecting a lot from the live action and
Yeah.
it happens it's totally
Hmm.
fine about that but क्या ही कह सकते हैं जो दिखाया जाएगा वही देखना पड़ेगा
Yeah.
ओके और कुछ कह रहे हैं लोग देखते हैं डीमन स्लेयर मांगा रिव्यू अच्छा ठीक है मांगा को पहले पढ़ना पड़ेगा मैंने ज्यादा नहीं रीड किया मुझे स्पॉयलर्स आए
You
सिर्फ और
want spoilers, then we can give it, but you want to review, it's
मेरे
gonna be
पास
just spoilers.
बहुत सारे स्पॉयलर्स हैं मुझे पता है एंड क्या होगा अभी क्या हो रहा है मुझे बहुत सारे
Hmm.
स्पॉयलर्स हैं एक्चुअली ये वाला जो चैनल है मैं अकेले नहीं
Hmm.
चलाता मेरे साथ मेरे भतीजा भी है यू नो
Hmm.
मीनिंग समझ आता है ना
As in your nephew, right?
यस यस नेफ्यू
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
सॉरी
do understand Hindi. बोलते हूँ, समझ आता है थोड़ा.
ओके ओके सो वो भी मेरे साथ काम करता है तो हम दोनों एक
Hmm.
साथ करते हैं तो उसने मुझे पूरा स्पॉयलर्स देके मतलब एकदम फुल कर दिया मुझे अब मैं देखता हूँ तो क्यों देखता हूँ मुझे पता नहीं बट फिर
Hmm.
भी एनिमेशन जितना भी स्पॉयलर्स देते हो मुझे स्पॉयलर से फर्क नहीं पड़ता ऑनेस्टली
Hmm.
स्पीकिंग क्योंकि एनिमेशन एक अलग चीज है और स्पॉइलर देना अलग चीज है तुम जितना भी दे दो बट वो वाला जो फील जब मैं देखूंगा वो
Yeah.
जब कनेक्ट होगा उससे बढ़कर और कुछ नहीं हो सकता
Yeah.
ओके सो उसके बाद हाउ टू वॉच वन पीस क्विकली कैन यू गिव द आंसर
I don't know if you're good at this, but if you can watch it at 2x, I did that. I watched the anime at 2x.
और यू कैन
Faster or
जस्ट रीड द मांगा इट्स द बेस्ट वे पॉसिबल
of course, why not?
आई थिंक क्योंकि मैंने एनिमे नहीं देखा मैं मांगा रीड कर रहा हूँ मैं
Hmm.
2 हफ्ते हो गए
The
हैं
anime is like you see, it's I'm not gonna. This is like I'm not trying to ditch One Piece or something, but at some point there are episodes which are kind. I'm not gonna say boring, but they're kind of stretched. So the reason why I watched at 2x is because I will understand it even if it's really fast because it's anyway a slow pace. Because if you have one episode of him challenging an enemy, it's gonna take another 4 episodes for him to win the fight. So I watching it at 2x is probably the easiest way to go through the anime and finish it. Yeah. Sorry for the noise.
इट्स ओके
Again.
ओके ओके
Mhm. Yeah.
then yes demon slayer is short both manga and anime okay why people are very much nasty they're telling about all the hentai things to review जो भी हो, I think you got a more lot of DMs about that only. I think क्योंकि okay.
I would rather not get into that. And we know, and it's nothing wrong if you do like that genre. There's nothing wrong with that,
No,
and it's
नहीं, मैं कह
nothing
रहा हूँ
wrong.
कि
But obviously,
बहुत सारे लोग तुमको ऐसा डीएम करते ही होंगे कि इसके ऊपर रिव्यू कर दो, इसको कुछ बोल दो, इसके ऊपर हेंटाई रिलेटेड थिंग्स, क्योंकि लॉन्डे है ही ऐसे.
of course. But see, I can and cannot. I can choose to or I cannot, and I choose not to. There are creators who do it. We know another female creator. And being a female creator, it's a little difficult being on social media. But there are people who are open on doing it, and I choose not to.
It's
That's the
totally
thing
up
I
to
can.
you.
And it's not that I don't see them. Maybe I do see them. Maybe I don't see them. But I would rather not talk about them.
It's
I
totally
choose
up to
not to.
you.
You have like creators again, Prashant and all these other creators. They do that. They openly talk about it, and I choose not to. I like to keep a different genre.
It's
Yeah.
totally fine. Okay.
Mm.
Oh, 1 minute. They are totally have spammed the chat by saying that. Okay. Classroom of Allied, Jojo, GFX, or divided by okay. They have only talked about hentai. Ha, what the hell. But still, when you catch a One Piece and don't seem too long. Okay, one guy is saying that once you caught up with One Piece, it don't seem too long. I think it's true. क्योंकि मैंने
Yeah,
बहुत लोगों
because then
से
you're waiting for it, right?
या
Yeah, because then you wait for a week, and you wait for it. Of course,
और
it's not going to be long. You catch up with it.
yeah, and A Squad is saying A Squad is one of my friend. I have मतलब उसने
Okay.
मेरे साथ पिछले बार लाइव आया था, वो अगस्त एपिसोड 2 में वो आया था, तो वो कह रहा है वन पीस ऐसा एनिमे है कि हम उसको फिर से देख सकते हैं. ओके, 1000+ episodes, it's a lot of guts to watch and it's a lot of time.
Actually, no, it's not. I've watched Naruto thrice. 720 episodes.
But yeah, you
Not. It's like once you get see, it's like I tell you a trick. So how I do it, it's not give me bad gags in it, but it's like as an anime, people trust me. There's no anime fan who watches one anime at a time. Trust me, they watch 3, 4 animes at a time. Okay,
that's
so
true, that's
once you're
true,
watching one, you can always have like One Piece or Naruto as a side because you need a break from it.
that's true.
That's how I do it. Yeah.
I'm also watching 3 animes now. And the latest one I have watched a Summer Tunnel, I think. Wait, I tell the name. One minute. I have the name. And it was an awesome anime movie. It's good. 1 minute. So from anime कहाँ से देखते हो? कौन से साइट से?
Well, yeah. Well,
You
all the
you
other
can you
websites.
you
I
can
don't
be
have.
honest.
Okay, so there's. Well, now Zorti is called Sanji, so
Sanjay.
there's that.
I'm
Then
still
there's a lot of good.
only that only.
You have that. You have this Anime Suge, which is a wonderful site because it keeps track of your like how much you've seen, like a history to that. Because I
And it's the
can't
best
really go
site,
Netflix.
and it's the best
It is
website for anime. I think it should be the
true.
official one. I
I
think.
think so. Maybe we could. It's like, see, at one point we're consuming anime, and you cannot always go to Netflix, and not everyone can have access to that Crunchyroll anything. So you need some alternative, and these websites are good enough, I guess. And they have all
Yes.
the animes available, so what's the point? And I think there's a website I did introduce in my reels where you can learn Japanese with that. So I think
Yes,
there's
I've
another
seen
one
your
I
reel.
forgot
That
the name.
I've seen your reel. Okay,
So I think
so the anime which I'm talking about is the Tunnel to Summer. The exit of, I think it's too long. The name was, oh, the Tunnel to Summer. The exit of Goodbye,
hmm
and it's a very good anime movie. you can watch it if you like.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally fine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about time travel related. So and they have talked about how manga artist life was.
Nice.
So
Sounds good. And if it's a movie, I think maybe you
yes,
could
yes,
hope
it was
for
a
a good
movie,
one. Yeah.
and it was
Okay.
1 hour 23 minutes का है total. You can watch it in one day
Cool.
only.
Okay.
और एनिमेशन के दिख से देखे तो ये बहुत ही अच्छा है. मैं इसके ऊपर रिव्यू करने वाला हूँ अगले वीडियो में, तो
Okay.
सब लोगों को पहले से रिकमेंडेशन मिल जाएगा जो भी हो. ओके, सो आगे
Mm.
बढ़ते हैं कुछ टॉपिक्स के. और मैंने लिखा था कि वन पीस लाइव एक्शन मूवी के बारे में बात करेंगे, तो सब लोगों ने बोल ही दिया है, तो हमने भी बोल दिया. ओके,
Okay.
सो व्हाट्स योर फेवरेट एनिमे, ये तो हो गया है. ओके, इट आई विल मेक इट डिफरेंट. तुम्हारा फेवरेट एनिमे कौन सा है और उसने तुम्हारे लाइफ में क्या इम्पैक्ट डाला है?
I think I've said it quite a many times where it's difficult to point out an anime. Um, and I don't think there's any anime fan which has one particular anime because you watched anime since, so when I said middle school, so it's like those anime have been a part of my life on these rides. So high school may I have particular anime when I was a kid, a different anime. In graduation, different anime. Now I'm watching a different anime. So you have like different perspective to it. I think Naruto was the closest to me. Um, if I was introduced to One Piece I was introduced later. I mean, probably during high school. I was not introduced as a kid to One Piece. Naruto was one which I knew as a kid. And for me, I think it was great because I really was inspired by the character of Naruto. Simply because when you're at a point in school and everything where you know that you're going through a phase, you're not doing well in studies or anything like that, and you don't know where you're going in future. So I think that's where I think Naruto character was really inspiring to me. It's of not giving up or anything. So I think that's where I felt like I should not really give up and just leave it to the time and just work hard and maybe I could reach it. So that's the reason why during high school I think it was very close to my heart that
So
Naruto
Naruto
was.
was the anime.
Yeah, because I could say that because and I knew that people are gonna say कि हाँ sure of course Naruto ही देखा होगा Naruto One Piece ही है. नहीं नहीं hasn't he? I watched Nana there. I watched Cowboy Bebop at that point in time. Then Inuyasha I've watched that time, but it's just that some characters do stay with you a lot. And when I started watching different genre anime, it's when I was in like high school and graduation when you like or in a point in life where you need some inspiration, you are depressed at times, so you need something like that. So I think that character does stay with you. Probably say that.
Okay. Someone is saying about Black Clover review. Okay,
Hmm.
someone is saying about Heavenly Delusion. And can I get an anime suggestion in shonen genre? Shonen genre से कोई anime suggestion if you want to give.
Hmm. I have more of sports anime, but I think One Punch is really different. If you watch it, I think it's a wonderful anime. And Black Clover, somebody said Black Clover, right?
Black Clover
I
is
think if
also
you
good.
yeah, and it has a wonderful and this is something I think I would introduce Fire Force. People don't focus on that. If you look at the animation and the soundtrack, it's mind blowing. It's if you look at Shonen, I think it's a beautiful anime with amazing animation and I mean I love the character.
Fire
So
Force
Fire
is
Force,
totally different. I have
totally amazing, and people it's so underrated. It's just amazing. I think I loved it, and for now, I think Hell's Paradise. If you've not seen it, you
I have
have
seen
to.
it.
It's also really cool.
Hell's
It's just so cool.
Paradise. उसके बाद Heavenly Delusion.
Hmm.
They are ongoing animes and they are totally on peak.
Different genre and amazing. So shonen, I think One Punch, Black Clover is one which is really nice, and Fire Force. I love Fire Force.
Okay, so Black Clover movie review, please. Okay, so have you watched the Black Clover movie?
No,
Uh,
I've not got the
that's
time out of my work, so I
yes,
haven't.
me too. Also, I have still didn't watch the Black Clover, but I have made a video on why you should watch Black Clover. So अगर तुम लोग देख पा रहे हो तो मेरे चैनल को विजिट कर दो, तो देखो वहां से तुम्हें मिल जाएगा वीडियो. ओके, मूवी एक्चुअली मैंने देखा नहीं. उसका कारण यही है कि मेरे पास अभी बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर है. मतलब अभी कॉलेज खत्म हुआ है एंड आई हैव टू गेट अ जॉब. मतलब मुझे एक मिला है, नाम नहीं लूँगा कंपनी का, तो शायद क्या ही हो जाए. अभी जॉइन नहीं हुआ, जॉइनिंग डेट अभी तक नहीं आया, तो थैंक्स थैंक्स थैंक्स. तो उसके बाद घर वालों को भी थोड़ा बहुत टेंशन हो रहा है कि क्या होगा लड़के का, क्या करेगा आगे जाके. तो ऐसे ही चल रहा है अभी. तो फिलहाल यूट्यूब को खड़ा करना है एक साइड सपोर्ट के लिए मेरे लिए, क्योंकि मुझे काम नहीं करना पूरा लाइफ. मुझे आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू बी अ स्लेव ऑफ सम कंपनी. आई एम डिफरेंट, और मुझे डिफरेंट रहना है. और क्या है जो भी हो, आगे बढ़ते हैं.
That's cool. That's different, and it's cool. And I hope you do succeed in it.
थैंक्स थैंक्स थैंक्स.
That's great.
एक्चुअली माय मोटिव इज टू शो एनिमे. मतलब मुझे दिल से सब लोगों का एनिमे दिखाना है इंडिया में, और इंडिया का खुद का एनिमे होगा. तो वो मुझे दिखाना है कि सिर्फ जापान में नहीं, इंडिया बनाएगा एनिमे. और एंड आई हैव वर्किंग ऑन दैट आल्सो, कि हम अभी फिलहाल फैंडम्स बनाते हैं. मतलब मेरा एक पूरा का पूरा टीम है क्लैनिमेक्स नाम का. तो हम हिंदी में एनिमेस को डब करते हैं. और अभी तक हमने जुत्सु काइसन 10th एपिसोड तक डब किया है. गार्डन ऑफ वर्ड्स डब किया है हमने. अभी इतना ही चल रहा है. और कुछ दिन पहले ही मैंने बहुत सारे लोगों को हायर भी किया है कि जुत्सु काइसन के लिए, क्योंकि अभी वो आर्क आने वाला है. मतलब सीजन 1 का ही आर्क आने वाला है, तो वहाँ पे फाइट सीन्स होंगे, तो बहुत सारे कैरेक्टर्स और लगेंगे. देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है. ओके, सो अब मेरे पास कुछ और है कि व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट कोरियन और चाइनीज एनिमेशन of anime, you can say.
So Korean, I would say I've not seen an anime. Perhaps I've read manhwa on it. So you have a lot of, I think the one most famous, which is the one Solo Leveling, is the most famous. I think I got to read it because of peer pressure. Everyone was like, "Oh, this is famous. You should read it." And when I got into it, I think I did like it, and I wanted to see something more. So I found kind of similar genres. So I did love Solo Leveling, and now that it's gonna become an anime, perhaps I'm gonna have a different look at how it happens. But in Chinese, I think I find it because it's a little odd for me to like. Because we watched it with Japanese, right?
Japanese,
And
yes.
suddenly, when there were animations in Chinese or Mandarin, for me it was a little odd in the beginning. So I wanted to switch to like English sub because it was like, TK, I can probably, because the thing is, in the end, if I want to continue watching Mandarin, I think it would be great to learn a little words. I think because I would want to. That's the reason I watch it. But the animation is amazing. To be honest, Chinese animations are beautiful. They're very detailed, actually. When you look at Japanese anime, it's the difference I've seen is that it's not flowy. It's very rigid when it comes to like Japanese anime. They have action scenes and very like lines and everything. But when it comes to Chinese, they're very flowy. I don't know if that is comprehensible for a difference. And even the concepts, I feel like they could be similar in some points, but the animation would be a different point between Chinese and Japanese anime. And about Korean, I think I haven't watched a lot of animation as such. I've just read webtoons.
लुकिज्म में
Hmm.
आया था कुछ दिन पहले इंडिया में, उसको हिंदी में
Yeah.
ऑफिशियली डब किया गया था.
Yes. So I saw the trailer and I've read it. I'm not sure if I want to go and watch it. Maybe if I get time, I will watch it. I'm not. Were you aware of the production house of like
No,
of the
no.
anime? I want. Maybe I think it's great to know about that because I mean Korea is now getting famous about. It's like already famous about dramas and K-pop and everything. But if it's getting into animation, that's something new. Because when you talk about animation and anime, I only think about Japan. No other. Even if it's Chinese, maybe I still think about Japan when it comes to animation. But if Korea is now getting into animations, I think that's something really different to see. Lookism is a good concept. The story is wonderful.
लुकिज्म का स्टोरी लाइन बहुत
But
ही रिलेटेबल भी है, मतलब लुक्स के ऊपर है कि हमें जज नहीं
and
करना
it's
चाहिए
but I think Korea is known for that. I mean, if you look at some of the dramas I have watched it does depend on if you're looking at somebody on looks. I feel like that's a very general topic that you chose and you made it into a story. I think we've seen more than enough stories about it. What could be different? That's the reason I read the manga. I didn't want to see the animation only because that it was the same concept of it. Don't look on looks. It could be different. You're inside. I mean, that's something you. So I wasn't very sure about watching it. Solo leveling. I so want to watch that. I am excited for that because that I think would be amazing because the anime is amazing. The webtoon is amazing. Yeah.
क्या लगता है सोलो लेवलिंग का एनिमेशन क्वालिटी डीमन स्लेयर को क्रॉस कर पाएगा?
Uh, that's a nice
क्योंकि
question.
क्योंकि जो
For
ट्रेलर
now,
में दिखाया गया है वहां वहां से तो लग रहा है कि एक बहुत ही अलग लेवल पे जाने वाला है.
yes, maybe they're putting it a lot because I think Mappa is the one doing it, right? If I'm not wrong, who's
I
doing
don't
it?
know, I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me check
So I
that.
I think yeah, just check it. I think it's Mappa. I don't know, but Ufotable is always known as good. I mean, ऐसे तो we see this is the reason why I said that people should watch Fire Force because it has the best animation. It has a
हाँ,
beautiful animation. People watch that.
A1 Pictures.
Okay, okay, yes. So perhaps if it's taking so much time in production, maybe it could, but I think for now, Demon Slayer has the best animation. And if it's beating that, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really. I mean, I'm not a one that ki ekdam se really lag jaye, but if it's a good animation, I think it should be clean. Demon Slayer is very clean. Like you have a sword cutting, it's clean. But yeah, but if it beats Demon Slayer, it's
It
top
will be
level,
a
dude, and
top level
that'd be
animation.
great to see. Yeah,
क्योंकि अभी के
and
लिए
it will
Demon
take a lot of
Slayer
time in production then because
अभी.
it's a long story.
और मेरे पास एक और न्यूज़ आया था कि एक एनीमे ऐसा आ रहा है कि वो डीमन स्लेयर को मतलब क्रॉस कर पाएगा. वो शायद मेरे पास मैंने स्क्रीनशॉट लिया है विद
Help? Hmm.
जेनिन सॉरी जेंशिन इम्पैक्ट.
Genshin. Oh, okay, it's a game.
It's a game. Okay.
Uh,
Now I think
it's
that now they are animating it or something
yes,
like that.
yes, I heard about it. Will it? I mean, the game is wonderful, but dude, animation's different. Animation's different, okay? And it's always good. It's always good to have animation because if we have see, it's a good thing. There's going to be competition. Then you have like more
Yes.
people production houses trying to get better and better. So if we get it's not a bad thing to have like something better than Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer say if a chubby production hota hai, so that's like a good healthy competition. Like a lot of people would want to get into
और
it. I
competition.
hope Jujutsu Kaisen animation is better. I really hope because I don't like the trailer. So animation wise, if Jujutsu Kaisen the concept, imagine Jujutsu Kaisen having the standard of like animation being as good as Ufotable Studio does. I think it's brilliant because the animation is gonna do justice to the story. Then that's the thing. And as an anime, what you imagine, you can see that.
होता है. Okay. उसके बाद आगे बढ़ते हैं. Uh, what's your top 10 favorite male anime characters? Top 5 भी चलेगा.
I think mm, it's tough actually. I think we're all gonna go for popular ones. For me, I really like the character of forgot his name. Jesus. Well, Jiraiya. I really love the character of Jiraiya. I like the character of Shikamaru. People don't focus on him. I think Shikamaru is something I relate to a lot. He's, people call him lazy, but I think being lazy is amazing because you see why? Because it's not being lazy, it's just being stepping back and watching things in a perspective. Not being very.
You are mute. You have muted yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Fine.
Okay. So, like, I really do like the character of Shikamaru in that ways. And Jiraiya because I think he was a wonderful. I know people be like Kakashi is a nice teacher. I don't know why, but I feel like he was somehow biased. I don't know, but if you look at it, he was really biased towards Sasuke. And so for me, I think Jiraiya was a much better teacher. As a teacher, I really love it. The other character I pretty much love is Johan from Monster. If you've seen it, because psychologically, I feel like he's a brilliant character, and the concept, or I think the character as made by the writer, is just amazing. So Johan from Monster is another character which I really like, and that's like how many? Three of them. Um, well, and Zoro, not because he's like really cool, but because of his character of being upright, loyal, and being very focused on what he wants to do. And the other character probably would be Robin, because I find her very knowledgeable. I really like the way she's very concerned about her being her knowledge on history and anything. So as a character, I think, and of course, the writer has done a wonderful job in creating wonderful Robin as a character. So these five, maybe I could go on. I could obviously call in Gojo and slide in Levi somewhere. But these characters, as in, I really love these.
You have cosplayed
These are
Gojo character, I think.
I've cosplayed Sukuna and Gojo. Yeah.
So what's the
Tenderpin.
experience?
Oh, to be honest, I cosplayed Gojo for a Comic Con which took place in Delhi
Okay.
last year in December. First thing, it was a first cosplay I did outside my home, and second cosplay in my life. Okay, no, third cosplay. The first ever cosplay I did was Yor, from Spy Family. The second was Sukuna, because I did it at home. Like, it was just a photo shoot and not just for reals. And Gojo was for a Comic Con. So basically, I wore the wig and everything, and I was out there. Experience, I would say, till the time I was there, I think I was just standing there for photos, and it was tiring. It was tiring, but I was surprised because people did like my cosplay. Honestly,
It
at
was
one point I was
actually
not
good.
very.
It was actually good. I have seen that picture and it was so good.
I, well, thank you, because honestly, at one point I thought it's not because what I did was I did not have the uniform. Okay, I didn't have the uniform of just a high. I just had I just carried some leather pants and a black one, and a black high neck, and I was like, okay, let's just focus on the features of a character. He has white eyelashes, he has white hair. I think this is funny, but someone said that this is my look was similar to if you've heard of this character called Beta.
What?
Vikram Vetal, have you heard of it?
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah, and it was so hilarious. One of them was like, "Your hair is just getting messed up like that." I was like, "Come on, you didn't have to say it that obvious." That was so funny. But one point, so I was like, "Well, he's not wrong, but I would like it to be Gojo, please." Then he had some people at the Comic Con were like, some people thought a girl playing Gojo is like funny or something, but I was like, dude, it's a gender bent concept, which I felt like it's going to be really fun, and I wanted to do it. So it was fun doing it. It was a struggle to make the eyelashes white and everything, it was so hard.
It will be
But
tough
in the
though.
end, I think it paid off.
मतलब तुमने eyelashes को white कैसे किया? मतलब paint किए हो या फिर कुछ extra?
I did. So
You
you
painted
heard
it?
about the. I painted it.
Seriously?
Yeah,
It's too,
yeah.
it's too tough.
It took a lot of work. So, and even the glasses, they're not mine, they're my grandfather's.
It's
Another fact, the glasses which you see
it's
in my
totally
photograph, they're
fine.
not mine, it's my granddad's. So
It's
yeah,
cool. It's
everything put together.
it's
It
really
was funny.
cool.
Even the wig, I got it like the night before the Comic Con. Can you believe it? It was so. It's been a struggle doing the cosplay, but in the end, I think it was a good one. People do
It
say that
was
it's
worth
nice.
it. I think it was worth it.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. I didn't have imagined that you will be oh, it will be too tough. Okay. So टाइम में थोड़ा देरी मतलब मुझे काम भी है. ओके. सो एंड करेंगे कुछ फनी चीजें से. दिस और दैट करते हैं. ठीक है. फर्स्ट गोजो और काकाशी.
Gojo.
ओके. Because you have cosplayed it.
No, because I find him a better teacher than Kakashi.
It is. Okay. Then one of the most controversial one, Itachi or Eren.
Itachi. Simply because he's a wonderful elder sibling.
ओके. ये वाला बहुत ही कंट्रोवर्सी ये टॉपिक है क्योंकि बहुत लोग बोलते हैं उसने तो अपने परिवार को ही मार दिया पूरे वर्ल्ड के लिए और एक तरफ एरन है कि पूरे वर्ल्ड को मार दिया अपने परिवार के लिए. तो बहुत ही कंट्रोवर्शियल टाइप है वो. Okay, then
I think it depends on the situation both of them were in. It
actually
depends.
it
They were
is.
two different situations. You were talking about racism and all of that happening there, and this is something very different. So I think I would still go with the elder sibling thing. So I would go with Itachi.
Okay. So उसके बाद आता है वाटर ब्रीदिंग और थंडर ब्रीदिंग.
Water breathing. Simply because I feel like it is very underrated.
अंडर.
Because you're always like, water thunder breathing is like it's cool, but water breathing, I feel like it's beautiful, and it's like it tells you more about the
Environment.
water, like something so calm could become something violent. You can use it in different ways, so I would go with water breathing.
गुड आंसर. मैच्योर आंसर होगा भी क्यों नहीं. आप बड़े हो हमसे. ओके. उसके बाद रेनगोकू और तांजीरो.
Rengoku Tanjiro. I feel like I would go with Tanjiro. Simply, I have a very simple reason, because Rengoku did not give a lot of screen time, so I feel like I don't know the character more, but I know Tanjiro more, if that makes sense. Because Rengoku, I know like he's really cool. He's a good teacher, but it's like I don't know him much. Like we don't know his character so much. It's like the anime, that part just came and went. It just ended with him not. Is it a spoiler if I say that he doesn't have? I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know that character much, and Tanjiro is like we know him throughout the story, so I would rather pay for him.
ओके. मैं पूछने वाला था जोरो और लूफी, बट चैट से यहाँ पे पूछ रहा है लूफी और नारुतो. तो दोनों ही बता देना. लूफी और
I don't
नारुतो.
like that.
लूफी और नारुतो पहले.
I have to choose.
या एनीवन.
Tough. I have a wallpaper of Luffy. That's wrong. I would choose. Again, I think because I've watched Naruto at a time where I was struggling, I go with Naruto because he's played a good role in my life personally. Luffy, I would say I got to know that character very late. Maybe it could have been different, maybe when I watched him watch both the anime together. Maybe, but because of my personal experience, and Naruto is a closer character, so maybe Naruto.
Okay.
I'm being politically correct here, I know, to just to be safe, but it's an honest answer because it's I'm being honest. One Piece, I watched it way later in graduation or something. Yeah,
It's totally fine. It's मतलब सिचुएशन के ऊपर सब लोग जज नहीं
exactly.
करते.
So it's not about
सब
who's the best, but it's about which one you prefer
which connects
personally.
best actually.
Yes.
So कोई भी
Yeah.
डिसअपॉइंट मत हो जाना, ठीक है. तुम्हारे अगर कुछ अलग थॉट्स हैं तो वो तुम्हारे हैं, इनके अलग हैं, दोनों के कैरेक्टर अलग हैं.
Yeah.
सब लोग अलग होते हैं, सबका
अगर
अलग
मैंने
अलग.
देखा होता probably अगर बचपन में लूफी देखा होता शायद different impact होता, but बड़ी हूँ नारुतो देख के तो मेरे लिए वो ज्यादा close है.
It's totally fine. Oh, उसके बाद एक फिर से लूफी और जोरो. I think it will be easy for you.
I would go with Luffy,
Okay.
not Zoro, because he's a wonderful team player and he values everyone. I love that about him. Yeah.
Like
And
yours.
he's like somebody who can get the best out of you. You know, if you were a friend and you had a talent, he's the one who's gonna make you the best in it. He's that kind of character.
Like
And
Dhoni.
he's always there for you.
Like
So
MS
Luffy.
Dhoni.
You?
Like MS Dhoni. You can say that.
I couldn't. Yeah?
You are telling that Luffy can understand people talents and he gave the chance to others about their talents.
Yeah.
So I am telling that just like MS Dhoni gave all the players and he was
Yes.
bringing the upcoming rising stars.
Yeah.
He make player. So that's why
Yeah.
I told MS Dhoni. Fact. Okay. Then the last one, Sanji or Jiraiya?
Jiraiya, for sure, no doubt. Um, Again, because I feel like Jiraiya was a good teacher, and if I ever want to have a teacher, I would want him to be like because somebody who supports you throughout, could risk for something for a student. I think that's something. As an Indian student, I've gone to school, and I feel like that's something I've missed out. You don't see that regularly. You don't have teachers like that. It's just because I'm taking it over Sanjay is because I don't know. Sanjay is like, if I have to pick out characters from One Piece, I would not pick Sanjay. I would pick Zoro. Something like that. I don't know if that makes sense.
इट्स टोटली फाइन क्योंकि जिराया जो कैरेक्टर है वो बहुत ही मतलब बाहर वो जितना भी दिखाता है अंदर से वो पूरा अलग है. अंदर का वो जो
And you
कैरेक्टर
see
है.
that from his childhood, you've seen, right? And you've seen him with his teacher and how he treated Pain and all these students he took under him. So yeah, he could have become a Hokage and do like any anime else, but he chose to teach his students who become a Hokage instead of becoming a Hokage. So that's something really special.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and chats बोल रहे हैं लास्ट, यही लास्ट है क्योंकि मुझे भी जाना है और इनको भी काम होगा. सो जो भी हो, they are saying about नारुतो और मिनाटो.
Just ignore the sound, okay?
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
I think I'll go with Naruto for the simplest reason that we know more about him than Minato.
It's totally fine.
I would wait. Okay, well, we have an anime, a 4-episode anime on Minato coming, so maybe my opinion could change. But for now, I would prefer Naruto because we've seen him evolve. We've seen him. So simply, I'm not being biased. It's just a
we have
simple.
seen that. Yes.
Yeah, it's a simple answer. I know him more than Minato, so I prefer him. That's simple as that.
Okay. So अभी के लिए तो इतना ही. मेरे पास और भी बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस थे, बट इट्स टाइम ऑलरेडी एंड 6 बजने वाले हैं. मुझे जाना है काम पे, मतलब मुझे ट्यूशंस लेने जाना है. सो आप ऑडियंस को कुछ बोलना चाहोगे? कुछ भी.
Well, my ending note would be that the reason why we became an anime, my purpose of becoming anime creator was different from what I want to do now. Is simply that in the end, I will love people to know about anime, whether it's a kid or an adult. I talk to adults, my colleagues for 30-year-old, 40-year-old. I want everyone to watch anime and understand that it's an emotion. It's not just
A
people are
cart.
not crazy on watching
Yes.
cartoons. It's not that. It's more than that. And people of any age are more than welcome to watch anime. And yeah, that's what as an anime creator I want to tell people. And yeah, that's more than enough. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. So thanks a lot हमारे इस लाइफ पे आने के लिए.
Thank you
और
for having me.
वन लास्ट थिंग कि कैसा लगा आज का दिन.
I think it
मतलब
was a wonderful session. We struggled with the audio and video, but
ठीक है, कोई बात
in
नहीं.
the end, I think it was amazing. I think it's good to discuss with on face. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Thanks,
I
thanks,
think I got
thanks.
to know about my own preferences with choosing. अच्छा मुझे ये character shape पसंद है. So that's something I got to know. Yeah.
ओके. सो लाइफ को यहीं पे एंड करते हैं. तब तक के लिए सब लोग एनीमे देखते रहिएगा और चिल करते रहिएगा. ओके. सो लाइफ विल बी एंडिंग नाउ.